Sorry that's I've been gone for a little bit. Today I uploaded a video on the new Valiant card. It's very good, but let's get into some of the decks from the top 32, or I should say top 16, as there's way too many decks to go over, but I selected a handful, and let's get right into it. Now, first off, we have the lovely first place list from our lovely friend that we saw, and this list is insane. This is by Polly Arson, and this is a 60 card deck with you have Adventurer, you have Artifacts, you have Rose Dragon, along with Magician Souls engine and the DPE engine. Overall, this is a very heavy deck and very complicated one. I went up against this on stream the other night, and I had a headache at the end of it. You also have Punk in here for a small little engine, also having Small World to get to your combo pieces that you need. Overall, I really do like this deck, but I sadly see a lot of these cards most likely getting hit because of how much this deck functions, and it has a lot of engines. Next up, we have the second place list, which is Prank Kids, and this is what Prank Kids are going to be doing. This is by Aaron Pastrani, and this is pretty much what Prank Kids are going to be like. Adventurer Prank Kids, we've seen this coming. This was meta in the OCG for quite some time, and I'm happy to see that it's finally here. I do want to take a look at certain techs that they ran and see how it actually affects the deck. Now, as we can see, we have Forbidden Droplets in the main deck. Very powerful card this format because you can send things like Fateful Adventure and Draco back the Rideable Steed to negate 2 cards, or you can send a Aquamancer in hand as well. So you have up to 3 cards that you could send for free, which is insane because if you send the Draco back, you equip it right back to your Adventurer token. Next up, we have Pack's top 8 DDD list, and this is a very cool deck. One of the things I like, he's running Pyre Reyes map instead of running Pot of Prosperity, because Pyrus map actually gets your Copernicus or your Savant Kepler. So you have 2 search targets for that. Or if you need, you can grab your big level 10 Ragna, which is very, very amazing. Next up, we have a top 8 list for Drytron. Now, this is Megalith Drytron running a Dragoon engine, and this was ran by Sean McDonald's, very good player. And as we can see, he's running a small Megalith engine, which is the full Ophiel and Bathor. Also, he's running double Drytron Fafnir, which kind of amazes me that people are now playing more Drytron Fafnir. It is a search for your spell cards so you can get Meteorus Drytron or Drytron Nova out of your deck so you can get another piece of your puzzle that you need, because Drytrons all require 2 cards to do a full combo. I also played Drytron for quite a bit last format, and I had a lot of fun with it, but I'm still trying to adjust to the new one. Next up, we have another Adventurer Prank Kid list, and this one goes to top 8 with Christopher Pike. Now, his list is almost like the other one. I definitely do see a few tech cards here, like he's running the Foolish Burial in 1-for-1 because that gets out your Fansies, and the Foolish Burial also can send your Aquamancer. It's another copy of Aquamancer, so overall, a very standard deck. And this one's not running any totally awesome, unlike the other list that we saw, but he's still running a few other cards because he's running the DPE engine along with Verte. That's why he doesn't have certain cards that others do. Destroy Phoenix Enforcer is a super powerful engine, and we will still see what else there is to come, because I know this format's still evolving. I think it's resolved almost, but we'll see within the next few events and regionals. Next up, we have Virtual World Combo. We have the Synchro combo, which is very nice, and Virtual World is a deck that I've been piloting this format. Now, this list, if I can find it, it is right here. It is by Ernest Scholes, and he is running the Brave Virtual World with a Magician Souls engine, which is 2 Illusion of Chaos, 1 Preparation Right, and 1 Magician Souls. You can run any amount of them, but it really depends on the deck. But Magician Souls does benefit in this deck since you can send like your Virtual World Gate Zhuan Wu or Virtual Gate Qinglong, or if you have an extra Chu Che in hand, or you could also send things like Draco back in Fateful Adventure. Now, overall, this is a very nice list, and all of that. Seeing a Destrudo in the deck list is also nice, and only seeing 2 Aquamancer of can actually do quite a lot. Now, along with this list, I really want to try it, and it is very nice, but there only is 1 hand trap, which is Ghost Ogre. The rest are excited. And if we look in the extra deck, he is running the Halqifibrax Auroradon with Cupid Pitch to get out a level 8 Synchro or higher, or a lower one, like maybe a Yazi for going second. Next up, we have Brave Phantom Knights, one of the lists that people have been waiting to see, and this one is kind of how you play it and how you want to build it, but I'm not too sure on it. This is by Oscar Vargas, and he is definitely a great player. Now, as we can see, he is siding 1 Gamma Seal. We also have Token Collector inside deck because that is very huge in this format. And then you also have the Scythe package along with DPE package and Phantom Knights. That's what makes them good, along with triple Aquamancer, triple Right, and all the other pieces that you have. Now, one thing I do think that people should try is, instead of taking up the 5 slots for your Wielder and Tracker, you could try playing something like Junk Forward as another extender, and you still have 2 spaces left for other extenders if you need, or you could just run the Psychic Tracker and Wielder along with the Junk Forward just for more extension. Next up, we have another Drytron list from top 16, and this one is running Destiny Hero Plasma. Destiny Hero Plasma is very good in the Drytron matchup because, well, it gets you a free skill drain on board. And this one was piloted by Julian Cabrain. And let's look at it a little bit more. We have Herald of Perfection with Dawn of the Herald running things like Pre-Preparation Right and Preparation Right. So you have 7 ways to get to it, 10 ways to get to it, I think. Overall, very nice seeing that. Now, one of the other things that I do want to note is that in the side deck, 3 Artifact Sanctum. People said that, oh, they're not going to run Artifact Sanctum. People are running Artifact Sanctum. And overall, this list is very cool and one to definitely look at more. And then finally, we have 50 card Drytron. This is one that kind of shocked me because you usually don't see Drytrons go over the 45 card limit, but this one, there's a reason. You have the Destiny Hero Destroy Phoenix Enforcer engine. You also have your Drytron package. You also have the Megalith package with the double full 1 Ophiel and the 1 Bathor. You also have the Drytron Meteonis, the big level 12 ritual, and also running the Natasha. Other things that there are, you also have things like triple Tactic Talent in the main deck. You have Twin Twisters in the side, and Forbidden Chalices in the side too, with the 1 Token Collector as well. Overall, this is a very nice list. And before I go, I'd like to go over one last list that's the top 32 list. And this is a list that I know people will get excited about. We have Shannon Baxter's top 32 Mech Knight list. This is a list that is pretty much standard, and it shocks everyone that Mech Knights are still a good deck. Now, going over a few of the tech cards that they you have Dimension Barrier for your Synchro Exceed Fusion decks, which there's a lot of them in this format. You also have Artifact Lancia, very great, powerful card. You have 2 Token Collector, and look, citing the Artifact Scythe and Triple Sanctum. Again, prove my point that people are going to be willing to run Sanctum. Now, overall, I really like this list. It is very cool, and you can see where he had a few corners, like Lightning Storm to 2, and Ghost Ogre to 2, but it's absolutely fine in a deck like this. You also have the Sighted Red Reboot, and one of your World Legacy trap cards that I believe does spell effects. I don't remember that one, but I know Secrets is the biggest one. Now, in the side deck, as we can see, we do have a Barone and a Chaos Ruler, because one of the things you could do is if your Mech Knight gets negated when you're tagging out, which is your purple, you could drop your Gamma and summon out the driver to go into a Chaos Ruler to get another piece to your hand. Overall, I really like this list, and I cannot wait to see what comes out for this meta, because right now it is definitely interesting, and it is really a strange meta that we're in. But anyways, I've been Bolt Spider. See you guys in the next video, and